Hi, my name is Andy Ayim and I'm the founder of the Angel Investing School. And over the last 6 years, I've invested in over 17 startups. And today, I want to talk to you a little bit more about how to structure your pitch decks. Before even getting to your pitch deck, remember that this is a communication tool. You're trying to communicate your vision, your business, and yourself as a credible team so that investor believes there's an opportunity to join you on this journey and to invest into your startup. As we mentioned in my last video, this is part of a longer stage process to get an investor on board and invest into your startup. So let's talk through now the key components of a pitch deck. Arguably one of the most important slides up front is the problem slide. What problem are you solving? And can you quantify that problem and show that it's a big and repeatable problem? Then, what is your vision, right? What is the future of where you're trying to get to? Start with the end in mind. Build something compelling in terms of a vision so that people can really get behind what you're building. Jeff Bezos famously said that you write your vision in pen and you write your strategy in pencil. There's different paths to get to the ocean, but you want to stay firm on what that vision is. So it's worth spending time really articulating exactly what that vision is going to be. Then you want to talk about the solution. So what are you building? And what is the business model that sits behind what you're building? So that it's easy for me to understand and I don't get lost or feel stupid in what you've described. I then want to understand the market that you're entering into. How big is that market? Like, who are the major players in that market? What are the competitive dynamics? And can you explain why now's a good time and how you differentiate from what exists in the market? You then want to think about your customer references. Can you share some customer stories? Not everyone has this in their pitch deck, but for me, it builds empathy. It gets me to understand exactly what problem you're solving, how it's a need for that customer, and why they choose to go with you rather than other existing alternatives. After you've done that, you really want to talk about the use of funds. How much am I raising? How long is it going to last me for? 15 months. And what are the key things that I want to use that money for? And think less in terms of outputs, more in terms of key milestones. Like, I want to get to 10K MRR. I want to grow to serve this many customers. I want to solve these key problems. Because these are the things that the investor is going to think you're going to have to achieve in order to unlock your next funding round or grow to your next meaningful milestone. So these are the kind of things that you really want to pay attention to when telling the story of what your use of funds are going to be. And key to that slide, if you're based in the UK, is to really mention that you're SEIS or EAS granted, because angel investors in the UK get to benefit from that tax relief. And then finally, you want to talk a little bit more about your traction. Like today, how many customers do you have? How many customers are paying? And you want to share trend data rather than static data. So you don't want to share what it was last month. You want to share what it's looked like over the last 12 months because you want to create a story of FOMO, fear of missing out. It's been growing rapidly and you're missing out and it's going to continue to grow. If you don't get in now, you get in at the next round, but it's going to be more expensive to do so. That's what you really want to build in here, okay? So those are the key components that you need to include in your pitch deck because your pitch deck is really a story. And you're trying to tell a compelling story about where you're well positioned to solve this problem in this way, and this is what you need from them. And that's exactly the purpose of your pitch deck, so you can convert them to a first call where you can share your magic in person or over Zoom.